Have you guys been keeping up with Home Free?
Yes.
It has been a great show, and actually the winner was crowned last week, and spoiler alert, it was a girl. And not just any girl, it was a Jersey girl.
That's right. Maggie Cooper competed for her hero, her brother, and she won him that dream home. That is really
So
sweet.
cool.
I love that. All right, Tim Tebow, yes, the Florida gayer Tim Tebow, and TV veteran Mike Holmes guided 11 contestants through a series of construction challenges. But they weren't competing for themselves. They were competing for their own personal heroes. In the end, it came down to 2 contestants and 1 vote. Cooper not only handed the dream home keys to her brother, but she walked away with $100,000. Big win.
Even though he's my brother and you always do something for family, it's like I've affected him the way he's affected all 6 of us. So to be able to give him a house that will now forever change his life, like, people get satisfaction out of buying things and, you know, having fancy toys, but my satisfaction was able to give somebody something else that I know that I could never give them. So I'm extremely, extremely happy that I was able to win him the home, the dream home, and I know he's extremely grateful, so.
All right, Maggie says the first thing she's going to do with the money she won is travel to Ireland.
Ooh.
That's where they will spread her mother's ashes, so like her final wishes. So that's really great. So Steph, who would you give a dream home to?
Gosh, I don't know. Okay, so I was thinking about this, and this might not count, but I think it does. First of all, you always think of family first.
Of course, yes.
Usually.
Because then you can visit that dream home.
But we're both animal advocates. I would give a house to the animals if I could. Like a could I do a shelter home? Does that count?
We have a new reality
Can we go
TV
in on
show
that
idea.
together?
Yeah, we
I
should
like
pitch that.
Yeah,
we need to write a
it.
one sheet and get it like notarized or
love
whatever.
it.
And all of your
Kinda like
viewers now have to
patent
sign
our
a
idea.
non-disclosure
Yeah, right.
agreement because now,
Get on that
you just put it all out there.
Right, that's what we need to do.
I'm with you on that. I think that would be cool.
We're always full. Who would you do?
I like the animal idea, but you know, it's hard when you're thinking about a hero, like who changed your life. And I
then
probably
just
would
one
say
person?
my 2nd grade teacher, Norma Stallings. And I think that she's a snowbird down here in Florida too.
Wow.
So she always.
So how do you know this? You're keeping in touch with second
on
grade
Facebook.
Yeah?
My 2nd grade teacher's on Facebook. And she also lived next door to my best friend.
Okay.
So she was Auntie
Close
Norma
connection there.
outside of school, and then Mrs. Stallions when we were in school. But she really pushed me to perform. She had the 2nd grade talent show, and she pushed me to keep going with dance and gymnastics. And when the big kid in class was picking on me, I remember him dragging him by his ear outside into the. Yes, she did, because you could do that back in the day.
She deserves a house.
And that kid was big. He was like bigger than she was, and she reached up and grabbed his ear and took him out there. And I was like,
wow.
alrighty.
What's her name again?
Mrs. Stallings.
Go Mrs. Stallings.
Yes.
It's funny, too, how much teachers make an impact at such a young age, because my kindergarten one sticks out. My kindergarten in 5th grade. But
I'm friends with my kindergarten teacher, too.
So I need to find them on Facebook.
Yeah, it's good times.
All right, well, we're talking about homes, but from your home to your kitchen, we are getting cooking. And are you a chef, Courtney? Do you like to cook?
I like to cook. I'm trying to cook, but not really. I know that you know, we call you the master chef around here. You have segments called Master Steph. So are you going to cook me something soon?
I'm going to try to. I got an idea from Master Chef on Fox. It's a great show, of course, one of the most popular on our network.
Addicting.
Every week, Gordon Ramsay, he turns up the heat in the kitchen, and Christina, they get to work on the challenges at becoming the next Master Chef. And this season has really been a doozy. If you haven't been paying attention, you need to tune in.
All right, well, before we talk about what's coming up on the show, let's look at where we're at now.
This is a first for MasterChef.
The competition is getting intense on the set of MasterChef. On last Wednesday's show, guest judge Edward Lee joined Gordon Ramsay and fellow judge Christina Tosi. The contestants were challenged to use Nutella as their primary ingredient.
You didn't pull the punches on the calories here, huh?
We want them to keep it simple and be creative within that simplicity. When they try and wow us with technique that we know and we use in our restaurants every day, we're just not impressed by that, because we want to know that they have the foundations and that they can be innovative and creative and nail those foundations.
Lee is a Brooklyn-born chef and restaurateur. He says he brings calmness to the chaos.
I bring some level-headedness to this crowd. You know, I'm very down to earth.
Something else Christina and I always laugh at. When Ed steps up and starts tasting, we just stand and admire that head of hair. Turn around, Ed, just to show him that. I mean, I swear,
epic.
honestly,
Epic.
I mean, it's just extraordinary. And he's not high maintenance. He has the perfect head of hair. And You know, it used to be Christina's hair, but now it's Edward's
it's
hair.
like it doesn't
Have you had hair
exist
jealousy?
anymore.
Are you in
It's
hair
a
jealousy?
little bit, Ed, I'm not gonna lie.
A few more celebrity judges will be lending their expertise and their critiques this season.
Let's go.
Gordon says the amateur chefs are really starting to feel the pressure.
Stop panicking and get your team together. We're faced with this incredible array of talent that are far better than other previous seasons because they've been watching, studying, and they really want to come into our industry.
Yeah. Now we're cooking.
All right, I got one word. Nutella.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
They made a lot of really tasty looking things on the show, but I know you like it, Steph, but
I like it.
I can take it or leave it.
Really?
Yes.
Gosh, I'm so surprised at this.
It's
I
okay.
guess some people love it, and so you either love it or hate it, I think. But
I mean,
gotta-
if there's a crepe with some Nutella in it, I'm not going to turn it down. I'm going to eat it. But
you're not going to, like, go buy a jar and spread it all over you.
No.
She's missing out, isn't she?
Maybe you need to teach me some of your recipes, your master stuff.
I was just
Nutella
thinking,
recipes.
this has inspired me to come up with some Nutella recipes for either my next cooking or even a pen pals. I'm sure there's some fun Pinterest-inspired ideas where people try to make some fun things. With
And plus, he wanted to hear that song again. Pen pals. If you watch the show, you know what we're talking about, and you probably get it stuck in your head
I can't
too.
believe you don't like it.
Change my mind. That's your challenge.
It's addicting. It's probably a good thing though, because I know it's not. If you're watching your girlish figure, you know probably.
We're trying
not
to
the
say
best
stuff.
thing
You're trying to say stuff.
It's a fat joke.
Well, change my mind. That's your challenge. I like it.
Okay, I'm gonna come up with something good. I'm gonna change. The challenge is we're gonna change your mind and turn you into a Nutella.
Make me
lover.
nutty about Nutella.
That's right. All right. Well, you can catch MasterChef tomorrow night if you missed any of it. Tune in at Fox 4 at 8 p.m. There's a 2-hour episode airing, and what's even better than that? Wedding bells. They're going to be ringing. Keep it right here for all the latest news and weather at Fox 4 News at 10 p.m.
And do you have a delicious Nutella recipe you need to share with us and hopefully change our mind? We'd love to hear from you on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Plus, we post lots of fun behind-the-scene pics, too.